Just choked there on my juice a little bit. Hi, legends. Ooh, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Beautiful Wednesday evening here in South Africa, quite hot. 6 o'clock Central European time. It might be morning, it might be afternoon, it might be evening, or you might be sleeping and you're going to watch this live stream a little bit later. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, no shit coins today, man. nor 86. Well, we'll try our best, right? I'm trying to give a little bit of everything to everyone to keep everyone entertained, right? But today I have something that I've prepared. I have already shown this in the past, but I think today I am going to, well, I went into a little bit more detail, and you need to let me know what you think in the comments. Right, legends. At the moment, price of Bitcoin is pumping here to the upside. And as per the live stream yesterday, oh my word, okay, as per the live stream yesterday, okay, we claimed the liquidity above the high. This was not an easy short. I have to admit that was not an easy short. More of a failed auction than a SFP. A SFP needs to tap quick. It needs to leave the weak behind. It needs to dump to the downside. This left some high time frame candle closes above the high, creating that perception that it's going to continue to the upside. So that is what we refer to as a failed auction. Okay, so I mean, we got the dump to the downside, and as we dumped yet again, right, with each little dump we've had so far to the downside, we've just had insane bullish CVD every time with every single dip. Bullish CVD, bullish CVD, bullish CVD every time, confirming to claim the high, claim the high, claim the high. And now we are rampaging here to the upside because yet again we had insane bullish CVD against that pivot. That pivot, the target was the high. We took the high, right? And for those of you that did use the D-line strategy here on the smaller time frames, I mean, come on, it doesn't get easier than this, legends. It really doesn't get easier than this. I saw this momentum. Oh, I've got some alarms going off here. I saw this momentum this morning, right? What time was this? More 5 o'clock. That's when, you know, I'm up at 5:30, 5:20, 5:15. That's more or less when I get up. I saw the breakout over here. Okay, easy D-line strategy. You enter, you take some profits by the highs. But what was interesting about this breakout here to the upside is that with each bounce, there was bullish CVD. We bounce, bullish CVD, every time confirming to claim the high. Bullish CVD, bullish CVD, bullish CVD, bullish CVD, and it just continues. And as long as you see bullish CVD building up with the momentum to the upside, you're most likely going to come and claim the high every single time. Okay, so I mean, you could have left that position if you played the breakout over here. And I did see some of the legends. Entering a short or a long over here, right? Absolute degens. Stop below the low. You see insane bullish CVD between these two pivots. It's worth a shot, right? You have the breakout as a confirmation. Maybe you add a little bit to your position. Fed pumping. Is Fed pumping? Tell me. Please tell me Fetch is pumping. Sorry, legends. You guys are distracting me because I'm in a cup. I mean, 1%. Come on. 1% pumping? No, man, that's not a pump. That's a mini pump. Okay. Right. But I mean, I am in a fetch trade. You all know that. Well, it's especially the pro community. They know that I'm still in a fetch trade here at the moment. But yes, I agree. You know, it looks like it's breaking out. And just quickly over here, what I typically look for is change in market structure. You have a low. Okay. You have a high. And as soon as you take this high, you're starting to change market structure. That's something that's really critical that I look at, is because sometimes you get the breakout and then it falls down and it makes a lower high, which increases the probabilities of having a fake out and coming to claim the low again. But what I like over here is you've now made a higher high, which means you've now made a higher low, and you could be changing market structure and direction here to the upside. Okay, just a little bit what I wanted to point out over there. Right, back onto the price of Bitcoin. For those of you that got into this breakout, congratulations. I'm sure you took some profits here by the highs and by these highs, and maybe you're leaving some of the position open because the two levels that we were watching last night is still the 1.236 and the 1.382. Okay, I'm still very curious to see how we are going, how price is going to react at any of these two levels, or even just inside of this zone, right? The potential rejection area for a nice little correction here to the downside, which I will consider a healthy correction to the downside. Also, I just want to look at CVD here at the moment, and you can see we are still building bullish CVD. I still see bullish CVD, okay? Price still moving here to the upside. CVD still falling down, okay? Still falling down, right? And you can see between each little pump that we had here to the upside, there was just insane bullish CVD with each little pump to the upside. CVD, I mean, is one of the most powerful indicators that I have ever used, okay? Man, I mean, it looks like Bitcoin is dumping. Yes, I mean, sometimes CVD gets invalidated. It happens, right? But I can just see with each little low, higher low, bullish, bullish, okay? Lower low, lower low, high is the target. It plays out, okay? And then, right, what happened here as well? We had some bullish CVD against those pivots. We had some bullish CVD against those pivots. We had more bullish CVD against those pivots. Just quickly checking it out, more bullish CVD against those pivots. And so the momentum just continues to the upside, each time confirming to claim the high. Remember that if you are in a strong uptrend, it is more important to look for bullish CVD. If you are in a strong downtrend, it is more important to look for bearish CVD. And often, if you find bearish CVD in an uptrend, it gets invalidated by bullish CVD. And the same happens when you're on a downtrend. You might be spotting some bullish CVD, you want to catch the bottom, and then it just gets invalidated because the momentum is strong in that direction, and you need to play with the trend. It's always in your best interest to trade with the trend. Don't try and be Mr. Brave Star and try and trade against the trend. You are going to see your ass. Okay, right. Legends, what else? There's something that I would like to share with you guys today. As per the thumbnail today, I know you all want to look at your favorite altcoin. You all want to see where the next price targets are. Okay, does it have a bullish bounce? Is it going to create a third and a fifth wave here to the upside? As per the thumbnail, I said bull market ends. And maybe before I go through the alpha over here, I would like to know from you guys, when do you think the bull market is going to end? Is it going to end over here? Before we hit 100K? Are we going to go 100K and beyond? What is your price target? Do you reckon we're going to hit $100,000 and go into a bear market? Is it 150? Is it 250? Is it $500,000? Right? May 2025. Okay. I like it. At least 130K, right? Ooh, currently getting the dumpy dump here to the downside. But I mean, CVD, Mr. CVD, you are still insanely bullish, right? Maybe this is just stopping out high leverage players at the moment. Let's see, what else do you guys say? 147K, that's your target. It's a very specific number, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. Wow, what a specific number. HB, 180K is the target. Ooh, 180K is the target. Interesting, interesting. Okay, May 2025, right. Reversal, I will go and have a look at that. Good luck then. The legend, sorry guys, I'm just going back here into the comments to see if I've missed anything. Hi, Mr. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, Ashwell, Nem, welcome. Ash Hill, okay. Irina, welcome to the live stream. Promise and them, hi 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, how do you do? I'm absolutely fantastic, okay. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, please see Omni. Yes, everyone wants to see their favorite altcoin. Let's go, 170K. Right, legends. So, I mean, we want to go through the technical analysis. I will go through that in a moment, but I mean, not much else to discuss here on the price of Bitcoin. I do not enter a short or a long if a confluence area does not get hit. Okay. At the moment, if you missed the long over here, if you missed it, there's no trade. Okay. You sit on your hands. There was another trade that I saw as we were pumping here to the upside. Okay. We tapped the 0.88 this morning when I did my Legends Pro community update. Okay. And we tapped the 0.88 here to perfection. I said, Legends, you know, we wanted to play a short here from the 786, and I told the Legends, if we're not going to reject by the 786 and we move higher, I am not interested in shorting. Okay, because when you tap the 0.88, you do increase the probabilities of coming to take the high. So we were looking for a short this morning in the Legends Pro community. It was also the 1.618 when you measure this wave here, okay, from the low to the high. Okay, you have that 1.618 over there. Let me just drag it so everyone can see it. We were eyeing this level and we wanted to see how price is going to react. 786, 1.618, you know, in a possible ABC, and then you find momentum here to the downside. We did not get any bearish CVD between the price action as it moved up. We smashed through. We got a little bit of a reaction, okay, at the 1.618, but then we smashed through the 786 and we tapped the 0.88, and as price was falling to the downside, it was still building up insane bullish CVD. And I told the Legends, not interested in the short. I'm not going to short over here. Okay. I then sent another update. And I mean, for the pro members that are here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Especially if you did attend the morning class, right? If I take all of these levels out the way, once we tap the 0.88, I told Legends, usually what happens, okay, I've just seen it play out often, is I have so many alarms, Legends, it might get distracting, but just bear with me with all the alarms going off here. It's most probably doing a retest at the trend. Usually what happens when you tap the 0.88, and I often speak about this, okay, you go back to the 0.618 or the 50% FIB level and you take the high, which is exactly what happened. Also, we found support at the 0.382. So when I take this FIB here out the way, okay, I like to educate. When I take the FIB from the pivot high to the pivot low to the pivot high, you can see we tapped the 0.382 to perfection. And as I was doing the morning update, okay, I told the Legends, I think we might get the bounce on the 0.382. I do like the 50% and 618 more, but we could get the bounce on a FIB level and then continue the momentum to the upside. And now the rest is history, right? We are now in price discovering mode at the moment, right? Choppy, 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 choppy. This is not a shorting zone for me. This is not a longing zone for me. This is where you sit on your hands and you wait for more price action so that you can apply a trading strategy. And we have not tapped the 1.236, and we have still not tapped the 1.382. So for now, I sit on my hands and you wait for the next trading setup. There was, however, a couple of altcoins that showed promise and some breakouts here to the upside, like 𝗞𝗅 that I just went through. Okay, I am in a 𝗞𝗅 trade. Curious to see how this is going to play out. Right, I have good risk management. I did not enter with more than what I can afford to lose. Right, it looks like it could continue. If it breaks to the downside, we look for the next trading setup. But for now, if Bitcoin plays ball, it looks like it can continue here to the upside. Okay. Right, Legends, and remember, if you'd like to come and trade with me, down in the description of this video, you click on more. Okay, a lot of people don't know how to get to the description. I often get questions from people saying, how do I find your description? Okay, you go down in the video, you click on more, it opens up the description, and you will see under exchanges, I've got Bluffin. They've got that competition still running for more than 20 days, I think. 21 days for the competition, $1 million up for grabs. You click on the link, you register there, and then you can start trading. You also qualify for that 10% cashback bonus into your futures account, depending on how much money you deposit into your futures account. Right, I also trade on weeks. For those of you that don't know weeks, you get that up to $20,000 sign-up bonus, but it's not really the sign-up bonus that's so attractive to me. It is the low fees here at the moment, okay? So really enjoying trading on weeks here at the moment. And then I've got Bybit and Mixi as well, where I do a lot of trading. I use all of the exchanges to do my trading, specifically from a diversification perspective. And I also have different accounts depending on what I'm trading for. Okay, we'll get a 20% correction soon. Yes, I don't disagree. I think during the previous bull cycle, we had 40 to 30% dumps to the downside. Okay, it was absolutely insane, and it was still bullish to the upside. So don't be surprised if you get a flash crash to the downside. Do not be surprised. Okay, if I go onto the daily time frame, it's such a valid point. Okay, I can guarantee you guys, if we get a 20% dump in one day on Bitcoin, people are going to say the bear market is back. Crap, I should have shorted the top. Okay. If you go back to the previous bull cycle, okay, there's massive momentum here to the upside. Previous bull cycle, you can see that these little flash crashes to the downside was quite significant. From the high to the low, I mean, that was an 18% dump, okay? And it happened in 3 days, 18% in 3 days, okay? Then you continue to pump here to the upside, you reach a top, and then you flash crash to the downside, 32%. Okay, but the bull market continues. It continues. There's another dump here, when we started reaching those 3 peaks there to the upside, 26%. Okay, another flash crash here, 18%. So I guess the only thing I'm trying to highlight here over here, legends, is do not be surprised to get a flash crash to the downside and think that the bull market is over. Okay, it could be a healthy flash. Okay, you flush out all the longs and you reset the liquidity and the funding rate, and then the momentum continues to the upside. Okay, so legends, what I want to discuss with you guys today. Okay, price is still choppy, still doing whatever it needs to do over there. I'm not too interested in a trade at the moment. Okay, the only other thing I wanted to point out over here is when I look at this entire structure. Okay, I want to just quickly discuss the bullish case scenario over here. What if, okay, I just quickly want to say, what if nothing happens at these two levels? What is the next target that I'm looking at? Okay, so if we just smash through these two targets like a hot knife through butter, like it doesn't even exist, what is the next target that I'm looking at? And for me, it is taking a fib extension from this low to the high. Oops, sorry, let me do that again. From the low of 1 to the high of 3 to the low of 4. Okay, next target that I'm watching, okay, because if this is a 1, 2, 3, the fourth wave is finished. Okay, and we now busy with a fifth wave here to the upside to go and complete a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. We can go as high, okay, which is a very common fifth wave target using this method, as $107,000. Okay, but that means price needs to slice through these levels like it doesn't exist. Okay, so from a bullish case perspective, I just want to let everyone know it is a realistic target, $107,000 just looking at this structure over here. Okay, from a bearish perspective, okay, we need to pay attention to the levels that are closest to us. I'm still looking at the 1.236 and the 1.382 because there's also another way to measure a fifth wave. Another way to measure the fifth wave. This is the way that I've used over here is considered a more bullish fifth wave. But you also get a fifth wave that just grabs the liquidity above number 3. It just grabs the liquidity above number 3 and then it falls down. And it is exactly the same way as you measure a B flat to the upside. You take your fib from the high to the low, you drag it across, you reverse it, and you guessed it. Okay. Where the B flat targets are that I've highlighted over here are also fifth wave targets. Okay. So I actually don't care whether it's a fifth wave or whether it's a B flat. The result is the same. You're going to reach the top and you're going to make a correction to the downside. Okay. If this is a fifth wave to the upside, the correction might be a little bit deeper than just claiming the liquidity below this low. If it is a B wave, you might see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You claim the liquidity below the low and the momentum continues to the upside. So that's the biggest difference. Is if this is the end of 5 over here, the correction might be a little bit deeper than what people anticipate. And this might give us that 20, 30% correction to the downside. You never know, right? If it's a B flat that we're forming over here, it might just claim the liquidity below the low over here and then continue and go and claim the high once again. So just quickly wanted to point that out. Now that we have the levels, we need to be prepared as traders. Currently getting the dump, is it going to front run the level, or are we just going to create another double 1 2? Because it does look like 1 2 1 2, it can create another 1 2, it can create another 1 2, it just can create multiple 1 2s with bullish CVD supporting each dip to the downside and then eventually explode to the upside or reject. Okay. I would like to see some bearishness, signs of weakness when we hit this zone. I would like to see some local bearish CVD, confirming that when you hit a proper level, that there's bearish CVD, confirming that price can get some weakness. I'm not a person that shorts price action, even if I see a candle here to the downside, just because there's a red candle. It has to hit my area of confluence. Okay, right, legends, let me go through some more comments. 11-inch wick to the downside. Mr. Pac-Man, welcome to the live stream. BTC is facing resistance because USDT is on support. You are quite correct. You are very, very, very correct. I did speak about this a couple of times, and I just have to highlight to you guys that this is a bit concerning to me, okay? When you look at the USDT dominance, I have spoken about this during a couple of my previous live streams. You go here onto the weekly time frame, you zoom out, you zoom out, you zoom out. Just want to make sure that I am on the regular scale over here. Okay, multi-year support. Okay, you've never broken this trend line. It's just never been broken. And, I've got the trend here drawn from 2018. Every time tap, 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 will this time be different? Okay, that's the question. We are finding support. And as long as there's a higher low over here, you always have the chance to come and claim the highs again. I will say it is game on. It will be game on if dominance can claim the low. If dominance can claim this low over here, and I mean not just tap it, because then you have a double bottom, which is more dangerous, okay? It needs to claim the low properly and maybe do the back test of the scene of the crime. I'm going to say this. If I see this, it's game on, because that is a sign of weakness. You are losing the trend for the first time in how many years? You are finally breaking down. And for the first time in history, okay, on the regular scale, Bitcoin dominance might find a little bit of a correction, maybe find support here by these little consolidation areas. And I mean, that could be an insane bull market, right? And then it can come back up. So that is the one thing that's concerning me. But we have to also acknowledge I like to look at something from a different perspective. When I look at the dominance from a logarithmic perspective, we have already lost the trend. Okay. Here is the trend running here to the upside. We have already lost the trend. We broke down, we retested it as resistance, and this could be another retest for continuation to the downside. But that is why this low is so important. If we have lost momentum, okay, and we have lost trend here on the logarithmic scale, we have to take this low. Okay, we need to take that low to have signs of bullish momentum back to the upside. for the crypto market as a whole. So this is what is creating this consolidation at the moment on Bitcoin. Okay, this is what's slowing down the price of Bitcoin at the moment. Is this damn USDT chart? Okay, and it's a very strong trend, right? This is a very, very, very tough nut to crack. And I wouldn't be surprised if it has a little bounce and it has another attempt to the downside. But that little bounce over there, okay, can easily give us a 20% correction on Bitcoin and alts, right? Because this is money flowing out of crypto back into stable coins. This is people selling. You don't want dominance to go up. You want dominance to go down. It needs to go down. Okay. You guys get the point. Right. Cool. Legends still falling here to the downside. What is... Ooh, oh man, but I mean the bullishness, you can just see how aggressively, okay, retail is shorting every single top. I'm not sure why retail is so aggressively shorting the tops. It's almost like people are expecting Bitcoin to top out at any moment, and every time it reaches and makes an all-time high, people are just shorting like crazy maniacs, thinking that it could be the top and we're going into a bear market, right? I'm not sure if people are trying to catch the tops over here. But now I can see smart money is saying, we're not done yet. No, 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 no. We are not done just as yet. Look at the insane bullish CVD falling here to the downside. Okay, already bullish CVD against those two pivots. And we are very close to building. I mean, on Blue, we already have bullish CVD against this pivot. Okay, and I can just imagine as price is falling a little bit further, you're going to get bullish CVD on all the exchanges. Okay, so what I guess the only thing that I'm trying to highlight over here is, regardless of how deep this retracement goes, the probabilities of making a higher low compared to these two lows over here is still high because of what I'm seeing over here. Shorts are being massively absorbed, and you might fall down here, create a higher low, and then you go back up to claim the highs. Okay. Because, yeah, market makers are just saying, we're not done yet, right? We are not done. Okay. What do you mean area of confluence? A specific area that I'm watching for a long or a short. Okay. So Fibonacci extensions, daily levels, weekly levels, point of controls like the 1.236, 1.382. If a level of mine does not get hit, if I'm planning a short over here, I'm not going to short where price is now falling. I'll wait for my level to get hit. If I'm planning to long, okay, like what happened over here, that's an area of confluence, right? This was actually, in hindsight, a really good long area. When I take a fib from the high, from the low to the high, you tap an area of confluence. You tap after a pump, okay, you have a fib from the low to the high. You tap a major fib level for the first time, you usually get a bounce. I often speak about that. That's an area of confluence because I have a Fibonacci supporting this low, and there was also bullish CVD. So there's more confluence. Confluence means, do I have signs that I can have a bounce over here because it tapped a level, there's bullish CVD, bearish CVD, and whatever your sign of strength or sign of weakness is, that for me is confluence. Currently a nice dump here to the downside. I mean, still not this is not an area where I would short. Okay, it's just no area of confluence for me. I just want to quickly run through some altcoins. I want to see. I was keeping an eye on Rune. Okay, currently getting the dump here to the downside, and still has not broken trend. I'm still keeping a keen eye here on Rune. Okay, it had a nice impulse here to the upside, nice correction, and it has still not broken trend. So still patiently waiting for this trend to play out. ETH, man, it's made a higher high. Okay, it looks like it's changing market structure, but obviously when Bitcoin falls, it drags everything with it. Okay, but I mean, it still has a chance. Bitcoin just needs to find support and start turning around. Near protocol, I was keeping an eye on this one. Man, right? It was trading above the trend. Now it's lost the trend. I mean, Bitcoin is just going to drag everything down. I was also looking at XRP. Okay, no one wants to trade XRP. I love trading XRP from a day trading perspective. It does have some nice little breakouts. I was watching this breakout this morning. Okay, maybe this is just a beautiful retest for continuation to come and claim the high once again. Let's see how this plays out. Obviously, with Bitcoin falling to the downside, okay, it's going to drag the alts down with it. But it could also present some nice buying opportunities. You missed the breakout, you missed the retest, there's potentially another retest. You still have a higher low, okay? Let's see how this plays out. Bitcoin just needs to start finding support, which it is, okay? It's finding support inside of this consolidation area over here. And the highs, okay? It's finding support. It can like to be finding a little bit of support. Let's see. Okay, legends. I've been talking crap for 30 minutes. Let's dive into, excuse me, what I wanted to discuss today. Okay, I want to take you guys through this. I know it looks like a complete mess over here, but I'm going to make sense of it. And I think what I'm about to share over here could give you some really, really good perspective purely based on data. Okay, not because devil said so, or, you know, I woke up this morning and I felt like this is where the bull market is going to end. This is my price target for the bull market. The information that I'm about to share with you is purely driven from data and looking at previous bull cycles and then calculating what can happen in the future. Nothing happens exactly the same, but it sure as hell rhymes. Okay, so after I've taken you guys through this, you can draw your own opinion. And I do want to put a disclaimer in here to say that what I'm about to share with you is not financial advice. Nothing is ever guaranteed in the market, but if you are a data-driven decision, because when people on a YouTube stream or an influencer says, the bull market is going to end on this date, and my price target is this amount, based on what are they giving you that information? How do they know? How? Are they just saying it for clickbait? Okay. Like, I don't understand the logic sometimes from people that says, well, I think the bull market is going to end over here. I'm like, well, okay, good and well. Show me how you got to that number. And there's very few people that can actually show me how they got to that number. So what I'm about to share with you today is not because I feel like it, not because I woke up this morning and fell over the wrong side of the bed and I think, you know, this is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin, or I had a vision, whatever the case might be, is I'm going to take you guys through that and you can make an informed decision purely based on data. Right. Let's start. I want to take you guys back. Okay, and this is going to take me a while just to go through the 4 cycles that we've had so far. I'm just going to go through these 4 cycles, okay? 1, 2, 3, and we are still now busy with the 4th cycle. But I just want to explain to you the first box, and then all the other boxes will go a lot quicker, okay? It's not going to take me too long to go through this. It looks a bit overwhelming, but once I explained what I've done over here, you will quickly understand, okay, what I'm onto. So what I've done in this chart, first thing I want to highlight is I put the halving lines in here, the orange. The orange lines that you guys see over here, okay, is when each halving took place. Okay, I plotted them in on the weekly time frame. The green box that you see over here is when each bull cycle started, before and after the halving. What happened to the bull cycle? Okay, and where did the bear market start and where did the bear market end? Okay, end of bull cycle. It's this little red line over here, the pinkish red line over here. So we have a bull market, and the bull market is usually, the halving is smack bang almost in the middle. Okay, a lot of people think that the bull market only starts after the halving. It doesn't. During every bull cycle that we've had on the price of Bitcoin, the bull cycle always started before the halving, and then it carried on for another 50% after the halving. But what is interesting about every single bull market where we had the halving smack bang in the middle is the following. Okay, this is where I did these calculations at the bottom. From the bottom to the top, this bull market had a 55,312% gain from the bottom to the top. Okay, 671% was achieved before the halving. So from here to here, okay, was 671%. After the halving to the top of the bull cycle was 54,000%. So what this shows me is that the bull cycle after the halving has always been more aggressive to the upside than the pre-halving pump. So this is what I call the pre-halving pump, and this is what I call the post-halving pump. So you can see here, I've put the number here on top as well, that 98.8% of the gains was made after the halving. So even if you were late over here, okay, you only made 1.2% overall on your portfolio, considering the 98% gains you would have made even if you entered after the halving. So a very interesting statistic to keep in mind is when I look at this first bull cycle, I mean, it's absolutely insane to think that only 1.2% of the 100% gains, okay, if you bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin over here, okay, and you sold over here, right, you would have only made 671% on your $1,000 over here, but you would have made 54,000% if you sold over here. So this is the gains that you are interested in. This is also typically where retail or dumb money starts entering back into the crypto market. This is usually where smart money has already entered their positions and they are just riding the momentum to the upside. They've already bought over here. Okay, now let's look at the next cycle. Here comes the next cycle. Right? And this was during 2015 to 2017. Okay. Very interesting again. Here's the bull cycle. Okay. From the low to the high. That's our bull cycle. Halving is smack bang in the middle. And again, from the bottom to the top, the gains was 10,621%. If you go and measure it with a ruler from the bottom to the top, it was 10,620%. If you then take your ruler from this bottom to this top over here, you would have only made, of the 10,000, you would have only made 293% gains during the pre-halving. So it looks bullish, but not as bullish as this cycle here to the upside. That happens after the halving. So again, 97.3% of the gains was made after the halving. So even if you are late to the party over here, you will still make incredible gains to the upside, even if you missed literally 60% of the bull cycle. Okay. Sorry, legends. I'm drinking a gassy cold drink over here, so... Right. Oh, and then the other thing that I wanted to highlight is I've also marked out the bear markets. Okay, you have the bull market, you have the bear market. You can see that the bull markets last a lot longer than the bear markets. And then the next bull market start, guess what? You have a bear market. Okay, now we go to the previous, the one that most people know about, the previous cycle, okay? The bull market that most people know about. And this is where things also become very interesting, because now, based on this information that I'm sharing with you, I can now start calculating, okay, where the next bull cycle is going to end. And I can calculate more or less what the bull target is going to be, not with exact accuracy, but a ballpark figure. And I'm going to get to that in a second. Right, so I don't want to spill the beans here there at the end just as yet. So during 2020, 2021, okay, 2019, December 18, that is when the bull market started over here, okay? Also, we had a rampage here to the upside. That was when COVID hit, right? And then halving kicked in, okay? Black swan event over here. But still, from the bottom to the top of the bull market when we made when we made the double top, okay, was 2072% gains, which equals 100%, okay. 224% of these gains was made over here. Still a very small amount compared to what happened after the halving, okay, which tells me that 89% of the gains was made after the halving, although the bull market started over here. And then we went into the bear market. Right. This is now legends, where things become very interesting. Smash up the like, okay? If I get to 80 likes, I will now share with you guys 211 people watching. And I'm about to drop some serious alpha over here to give you some confidence how long this bull market is still going to continue. Are we going to crash here to the downside? Everyone is asking the question, am I too late? Right? If I get to 80 likes, I will share the alpha over here. I will go onto the next screen and I will share with you my targets. Come on, guys. You can, 81 likes. There we go. There we go. There we go. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, the info is legit. So is it the word "yeah" in the title is, to put it mildly, inappropriate? Yes, I don't think that the reason I put the word "yeah," the bull market ends here, is because I'm going to show you where "yeah" is. Okay, I didn't mean by it ends now. Then I would have put now in there. Right, legends, this is where things now become interesting. Okay. Right. Can you guys see where we are at the moment? Okay. And I had to make some assumptions. This is where the bull market started. We have already passed the half line mark, but we still have a lot of time left. And this time that I put in here, okay, is based on the previous data that I have. Okay, so just quickly to show everyone over here, okay, just to show everyone where the bull market will end. If I zoom out, okay, if I measure from a timing perspective, each bull and bear cycle, it took 4 years, more or less, not exactly to the day, but you can see when this bull market started to the end, okay, of the bear market, or basically from the halving. Oh, let me just stop that, right? From the start of the halving to the beginning of the next halving, it's a 4-year cycle, okay? And then I can calculate how long did this bull market take? How long did the bear market take? How long did the bull market take? How long did the bear market take? And they are all very, very similar. There's not a massive difference between them. It's a couple of days or, sometimes a month difference between them. But it's exactly more or less 4 years between each cycle. And now, based on this information, I can more or less calculate where this bull market is going to end. And it's round about end of October next year. So what I'm trying to show you over here is it's not too late. There's still some gas in the tank for Bitcoin here to the upside, based on the previous bull cycles. The bear market is potentially going to start over here based on all the previous data. Okay, so Bitcoin can still continue here to the upside. And then we are potentially going to go into a year bear market, because you usually see like a 2.5 year, 3-year bull cycle, and you see a 1.5 year bear market. The bear markets are shorter than the bull markets. Okay, then I did some assumptions. This is not accurate by all means, but I had to make some assumptions looking at the data over here to try and estimate, based on previous data, where can the bull market end. And I have a target over there of $180,000. Okay, but I'm going to explain to you how I got that number. And it's just, it's an assumption. So if you made 98% of the gains over here, and you made 97% of the gains after the halving, and you made 89% gains after the halving, I had to go in a little bit conservative and said, well, what if, okay, just what if? And based on how I changed the percentages, the bull market target will differ. So in the previous bull cycle, we made 11% of the gains before the halving, and we made 89% of the gains after the halving. So I went in a little bit conservative over here, and I said, well, what if during this cycle we already made 35% of the gains over here, and we are going to make 65% of the gains over here. That then gives me a target that from the bottom to the top, we will make 1,045%. That then gives me a target of $180,000 Bitcoin. And depending on how I change these percentages, because you can see the percentages are quite lower here compared to what I used over here, but you can also see how it's increasing. It went from 2.7 to 11. It went from 97 to 89. So I'm being conservative. You can even change this to 20. You can change this to 30. You can change it to 40. But realistically, and I think to be on the safe side, $180,000 Bitcoin is a likely target. And all of this is purely based on data. So that is, guys, ladies and gentlemen, where the bull market is going to potentially end. And that is the price target. So I hope by taking you guys through this, it's giving you some clarity what we can still expect for the months ahead. And looking at the structure here to the upside, this is why I say if we have a 20% dump to the downside, all of the sudden right now we have a 20% dump to the downside. I'm telling you guys now, based on data, the bull market is not done. It would be very strange for Bitcoin to fall down here and start a bear market, because data does not support that move. And data is the only thing that we have to try and predict where the future can go. What the data is showing us is that each bull market is becoming smaller and smaller from a percentage perspective, but the duration is still spot on. Every time you have the 4-year cycle, you have the bull market that lasts almost exactly the same time duration every single time. The bear markets, if you go and measure this out, okay, you take your ruler and you go measure the bars, it's almost to the T. It's almost exactly the same. Each bear market, each bull market, since the beginning of Bitcoin has been exactly the same. And why? Okay, every time everyone always says this time is going to be different. This time is going to be different. Well, I'm telling you now, the previous times has not been different. Okay, so what is going to make this time different? Right. So hope you guys enjoyed the alpha over here. And I hope it gives you some confidence that if you are here watching the stream today, perhaps you're not too late. Okay. I also know a lot of people are saying, but my alt hasn't pumped yet. It's still consolidating. Okay. And then you've got that worry in the back of your mind. What if the bull market is finished? From the previous bull cycles, you can go and look at the altcoin index as well, is that most of the alts only started creating that face melting price action towards the end of the cycles. In this zone, that is where you see 100, 200, 300, 400, and those small caps going up thousands of percents. Okay. Every time you can go and check it out. You can go and do the research. Just before the cycle ends, this is where you get alt season. You get alt season towards the end of each cycle. This was an insane alt season. There wasn't a lot of alts during this time, okay, but ETH did some amazing things over here, if I can remember correctly. And guess what, legends? We are almost there. I would say maybe in another month or two, okay, and maybe another month or two, when Bitcoin reaches this point over here, I would say, maybe a month or two from now, this is where alt season is going to start. So if you think that you're late, you are not late yet. There are still plenty of great quality, good fundamental altcoins that are still in buy zone. And it's not going to be like that forever. If you are watching the stream, you are still early. Okay. I'm telling you now, you are still early. And I'm saying this based on data. I'm not saying this because I just want to get more views and more subscribers. I've just shown you the data that I'm using. Okay. Right. Rudy, have a great trading day. Enjoy the markets. More often than not, it is a waiting game. Yet, spotting the profitable moment is so exciting. Yes, it is. Rudy, thanks for sharing that alpha yesterday in terms of highlighting those AI tokens. I read through your comment in detail. I charted some of those recommendations. So thanks for sharing the alpha. I appreciate it. Okay. And I always appreciate it when you guys share comments in the live streams after the fact. Okay, really appreciate it. Thanks for the perspective, man. Jay Payton. So you guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think, right? What do you think? And for those of you that guessed $180,000, I would say, legends, to be realistic, I think the bull market is going to end between $220,000 to $170,000. We don't have an exact number, but you know, it would make sense. It would makes sense to have a larger pump during this half purely based on data. So even if you go 40, 60, okay, you go aggressive with this calculation over here, you still expect more of the gains to be made during this half of the cycle. And this cycle is still going to last to round about next year, October. Okay. So bull market, according to data, is not done. It ends, as per the thumbnail, the bull market ends here. So you are not too late. If you are still buying up and scooping up and buying the dips on your favorite altcoins, I think you are still in the safe side. Okay, because I know, guys, the channel is going to grow. There's going to be thousands of people watching the stream when Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin, you know, plays out and it's over here. There's going to be thousands of people watching the live stream. They're going to be asking me, check this coin, and I'm not going to know which coin to provide to anyone that is in a buy zone. At the moment, we are still in a lucky phase, okay, where we still have coins, like Rudy pointed out, those nice AI coins that he showed me in the comments section, that are still in accumulation zone. Some of the coins that we watched yesterday is still in accumulation zone. When we are over here, okay, the retail indicator, when there's thousands of people watching my live stream because my channel just exploded because retail is back in the market, I'm going to tell you guys, remember this date. I'm going to tell you guys, boys and girls, do you guys remember when I discussed this with you? We need to start taking profits. Where everyone else that has not watched the channel today is going to want to buy, because this is what happens now. Retail buys over here, and we, the smart money, take profits. We take their profits. That is how the game of trading works. When price comes up here, we are going to take profits. And then the bear market is going to come. They're going to lose everything like they did. They're going to lose everything, cash out, you know, not sit on their hands, don't want to take the loss. And we are going to be back here at the bottom of the bear market, buying up the dips, getting ready for the next cycle, back to the upside. Okay, legends. Smash up the like for the education. I hope you guys enjoyed this. 121 likes. Woo! Like button is not bearish today. Really not bearish. Right, legends. So, I mean, now you have the information. And I hope this gives you some peace of mind and some perspective in terms of when potentially the bull market can end, when the bear market is going to start, and that there are still gains to be made. Okay, really great. Let's go back here onto the price of Bitcoin. Still bouncing nicely here to the upside. Do we have bearish CVD? No bearish CVD. Okay, it just shows you how beautifully the bullish CVD is holding the momentum here at the moment. Smart money is just absorbing all the shorts. Retail wants to short. Smart money is saying, stuff you, we want to go up. right? We are just buying up your shorts and we're going to keep on liquidating you. Just want to see what does the heat map say, because I mean, there was just so many short liquidations to the upside. Again, people just keep on shorting. I don't understand. People just keep on shorting, thinking that they've caught the top, right? Look at the liquidity that's building up above yet again. And we already grabbed some major liquidity here to the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised to go and stop those people out again. Do not try. If you are not an experienced trader, do not try and short an uptrend. Okay? Do not try and long a downtrend. Trade with the trend. Dips are made for buying in an uptrend. Cool. Legends, remember, if you'd like to come and trade with me, Exchanges is here down in the description for the lowest fees, biggest sign-up bonuses, costs you nothing extra, and you also help to support the channel so that I can keep on bringing you this alpha. Right. Cool, legends. Now, okay, I'm sure a lot of you are now going to ask me for your shitcoins, okay? Because that's what people call it, is shitcoins. I also have a bag of shitcoins. And right, let's get the party rocking and rolling. And I just want to see, did Rune is making a higher low over there? Can ETH maintain this breakout over here? It still looks like it. It has made a higher high. It has made a higher high. Let's see. It's holding on by a thread. Nia almost took the high over there. Almost took the high. XRP, beautiful retest at the moment. It could continue momentum here to the upside. Fetch, beautiful retest. Okay. I remember someone saying in the beginning of the live stream, Fetch is pumping. Yes, it was. Okay, now it came back for retest. But as long as you can just maintain a higher low over here, okay, it has a chance. It has broken trend. It's still trading outside of the trend. It has made a higher high compared to this high. It looks like it's changing market structure. It just needs to not take this low. Okay, it needs to hold. It needs to hold the higher low support, and then it has a chance for upwards momentum here to come and claim this high, at least from a day trading perspective. Right. Another thing I wanted to quickly show everyone over here is 𝗬cie. I want to show you guys something on 𝗬cie. Let me just find it. Where did I put Mr. 𝗬cie? Just going to be easier to search for it. 𝗬cie, USDT. Okay. Here we go. I want to show someone here on 𝗬cie. Shitcoins are getting murdered. Yes, they are getting murdered. Okay. Bitcoin goes down. Dominance goes up. Altcoins will get murdered. Okay. I mean, dominance is not showing any weakness at the moment. Right. Let's quickly just have a quick squiz at dominance, and altcoin party is going to come. The altcoin party is going to come. Okay. We are now sitting at the bar. We have bought our drinks. We are slowly sipping on our whiskey and tequilas and beers. The DJ is not here yet. Okay. We're waiting for the DJ. We don't want to get too tipsy yet. Right. We're waiting for the DJ, but at least we are early to the party. But you guys can see Bitcoin dominance is still pumping. Right. And if Bitcoin dominance pump, and especially if Bitcoin falls, okay, it just drags the alts aggressively with it. As long as Bitcoin dominance is pumping here to the upside, no party. DJ is not here. The DJ is most likely going to come at this time. Okay, so we are a little bit early to the party, which is great because it is a great buying opportunity, buying your spot backs while dominance goes up. Because if dominance decides that one day to crash it to the downside, you do not want to buy your altcoins here. It's too late. The DJ is packing up his equipment. He's going home. The bar fight is about to start. You're going to get murdered. Okay, no, you want a party over here. And when people get stupid drunk and they start doing stupid things, you want to go home. You want to take your profits. I hope I've explained that well. Right, legends. So as dominance is pumping here to the upside, Okay, it's not party season yet, right? It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It really is gonna come. And for some of our favorite altcoins, they are still in great buy zones. Okay, I know Andy has spoken about a couple of them. You guys showed me a couple of them yesterday. Right. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Best explanation ever. Marky Mark, welcome to the live stream. Dear world, great to have you here. Smash up the like. Legends for the education, for the alpha over here. Celestia, please, Mr. Godfather. How do you spell? Well, what is the ticker for Celestia? Right? What is the ticker? Mr. Godfather, I'll wait for your comment. What is the ticker for Celestia? Exactly. Best explanation ever. The DJ is packing his laptop, right? Tia. Oh, is it Tia? Let's go to Tia. Right, guys. I don't always know the names and then what the ticker is. You guys need to give me. You can maybe give me the name and the ticker. You're right. I suppose I can go and search it on CoinGecko. You're just giving me lots of work. I think. Let me just make sure before I say what I want to think over here. I have had a look at Tia. Celestia. It's the Celestia. I mean, not a lot of price action at the moment here on Tia, okay, but it has found support and it looks like it's accumulating sideways, which is a good sign. This could be the low for now, okay? And if you do take that low and you get acceptance back above, let's just talk about the bearish case scenario. I will definitely, okay, if I'm happy with the fundamentals and this is a coin that I'm looking at from a technical perspective, this is a must buy, especially when price dips down and it gets acceptance back above this low. That is the golden buy. But you might not get it. This could be the low. So it is still in consolidation phase over here. I don't have a lot of price action to the left to make concrete decisions over here, but it looks like it has bottomed out and it's starting to turn around over here. Profit taking areas over here, because I don't have a lot of price action, I also can't for certain say whether this is a 1, 2, and it's just going to build a third wave over here. I don't have enough price action to make that determination. So this is an obvious area of resistance. If it breaks out, definitely a TP area for me. 0.618, okay? You have support, you have resistance, and if price comes down there, it could fall down or it could make a higher low and continue to the upside, right? But this is I would say a very conservative price action or price target here for TIA. It's 1.3x away, okay? It's not really bullish, but I mean, I don't have enough price data to show me where it can really go to. If things get really insane, the easiest way to work out a more bullish target is when you take your FIB here from the high to the low, you get your FIB extension, which is the 1.618. So if it's going to have that massive rampage here to the upside, maybe it breaks through, it rejects, it finds support above the highs, you do a RS flip, okay? It continues the momentum, you're looking at $61 from a, a nice bullish target, which is, I mean, from a risk to reward perspective, that is a much better target, okay? Then you're looking at a 10x, okay? 11x, more or less, right? I just don't know. I don't have enough price data to tell me that whether it can reach this level. But from a FIB extension perspective, it's a target, okay? There's resistance. There's a high where you can take profits. And there's a moonbag high over there. Right, so I'm not familiar with the fundamentals at all on TIA, but I think it does have potential. It is creeping to the side, which shows me maybe selling pressure is exhausted and it's, it's now an inside of accumulation phase. Just want to see what the volume looks like. I do like that volume is starting to pick up over here. Okay, it's showing interest. Volume is starting to pick up. Okay, it's showing interest. So it could be that bigger players are starting to accumulate, and then you get blast off to the upside. So it doesn't look bad. Okay, it doesn't look too bad, but I don't have enough price data to make a concrete decision from a price target perspective, okay, except for the 1.618 at $61. Someone also mentioned something very interesting that I saw on one of the other live streams. I actually forgot to do that. I just want to take these FIB levels out the way, clean up the chart, right? Someone said, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, take a FIB. Wait. Someone said, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, take a FIB from the high to the low and go and see where the FIB extension is. That is the price target for Bitcoin. And wow, right? Very interesting that this price target aligns more or less with what I showed you guys over here. Very interesting, right? Very, can like to be very interesting. Okay, simple technical analysis, FIB expansion, when you take a FIB from the high to the low, 618, very common, okay? When you have waves, like if you take a FIB there from the high to the low, you will see that the 618 got respected. Maybe we got a rejection. We can go and figure that out. Just for shits and giggles, I want to see, okay? Yes, we got a little bit of choppiness. It got respected there, but they are magic numbers. It is just ironic to me that just taking a FIB extension from the high to the low, that we get more or less, okay, $4,500 range that I'm potentially predicting the bull market target over here at 180K, right? Very interesting. Another thing I want to point out over here, okay, I know you guys want to look at your alts. I see the altcoin request, guys. You know, most of the people here in the stream are Bitcoin maxis, right? We like to trade Bitcoin. So please bear with me while I'm going through Bitcoin here at the moment. We all know the the all famous. Just did I have it somewhere else? Where's that thing? Okay, cup and handle, right? Basic technical analysis where you take a measurement, okay, from the bottom, you know, there at the bottom of the cup where the tea leaves are lying and dried out to the top, okay, and there's your measured move. Let's see where the measured move comes out. Very interested to see where the measured move is going to come out. Oof, the measured move is actually quite insane, right? The measured move takes us to $300,000. Can that be? Can we get a $300,000 Bitcoin year to the upside using the cup and handle method? Can this be, legends? Definitely a possibility, because I hate it when it does that. Oops. Right, leave it, 𝗬𝗍𝘃, leave it. Don't let it do that, right? I want to show you guys on this. NASDAQ, exactly. It's actually showing us the way that Bitcoin could potentially do over here. NASDAQ on the weekly time frame, beautiful cup, handle. There was the first measured move, okay? When I take a measured move, this measured move, we hit the target to perfection. And then we got the rejection to the downside, right? And then the next measured move is on the logarithmic scale. And I told everyone, I think NASDAQ is going to show us where the Bitcoin target could potentially go. So if NASDAQ keeps on rampaging here to the upside and it hits this target, Bitcoin also has a chance on the logarithmic scale to go to even higher levels. Okay. Absolutely insane. Okay. Well, that was actually the lock. Guys, this was the lock scale target. Okay. So now that I've got the regular linear target, let's see. Okay. Now let's see. I had Bitcoin on the wrong scale over here for the cup and handle target. First point of order. Right. Let's just take it here to the top, more or less. No, man. Why did you get longer now? Let's just take a new one. Okay. From the bottom to the top, let's try again, right? On the linear scale, and then we go measure the move. Ooh, $120,000, right? And then on the logarithmic scale, it goes to $300,000, right? But NASDAQ has showed us it has already tapped the linear scale target. And if it continues here to the upside, it can tap the logarithmic scale, which means that Bitcoin has the potential to go to $300,000. Okay. Oof. Very, very, very interesting. Basic technical analysis, guys. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than this, right? Is Bitcoin pumping to the upside? Is it finding support? Let's see. Do we have bearish CVD? No bearish CVD just as yet, right? We could form a higher low over here and continue momentum to the upside, where this was just a liquidity sweep. SFP here from the lows, beautiful SFP. I know for some of the pro members most probably caught this SFP. I wouldn't be surprised if 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 or Aiden inside of our Legends Pro community caught this long here to the upside. Wouldn't be surprised. Look. Where was I? Eric, Pepe. Yes, you guys want to look at Pepe. Are we currently rejecting from the 0.618 on this move down? Are we currently rejecting from the 0.618 on this move down? Yes, it looks like it, right? That's a normal, simple FIP pool, okay? From the high to the low, 0.618, you got the rejection. If you form bullish CVD, you could make a higher low and break through, okay? There is some bullish CVD against these pivots. So the probabilities of claiming the high, even with a larger correction, okay, purely based on data, right? I make data-driven decisions, and sometimes data doesn't play out, but you know, that's the best indicators that we have. Even if price takes the low, based on aggressive bullish CVD that's building up against these pivots, the probability is still higher to claim the high than just to come and claim the lows over here, okay? So it can still get choppy, maybe claim the high and then go down, right? But the bullish CVD still tells me that it has a higher chance to claim the highs before it claims the lows. And I guess that's why a lot of the altcoins are starting to break out, okay? Maybe that's the reason. ADA 15-minute breakout. Let's go and have a look at ADA. For the legend, let's go have a look at ADA. Right, ooh, 11%. Oh my word. Who else is breaking out? DAG, 16%. Fuck. Who bought DAG? Right, guys, who bought DAG? Andy spoke about DAG last week. Okay, I bought some DAG. I'm happy with my DAG. STRX, 25%. Like you've got some altcoins that are just popping here to the upside at the moment. So we've got STRX, we've got DAG, and we've got ADA absolutely just pumping here to the upside. Okay, the reason I'm not actually interested in looking at ADA is because I don't FOMO into trades, right? From the larger time frame perspective, we are inside a third wave and they get very punchy. Third waves get very, very punchy, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your first wave. ABCWXY in your second wave. You've made a higher low, okay? Bullish bounce, right? We could potentially now be in the third wave, and this really does look like 3-wave price action that I'm seeing over here. Way more aggressive than what we saw over here. Way more aggressive. And that is typical third wave behavior, okay? It just leaves you behind. It doesn't really give you an opportunity to get back in. And these third waves can get very punchy to the upside. We do not know where they can end, but we can estimate, okay? Take a FIP, trend-based FIP. If you bought some ADA, congratulations. Especially, okay, I bought some ADA with that little green dot on that green higher low. That's where I bought some ADA. Let me just reverse this price action here. Let me just make sure that I'm on the regular scale. Okay, yes, I don't want to just be too bullish just as yet because the lock scale can be very bullish. Okay, let's just do this. There's your third wave target. There's your fifth wave target from a conservative perspective. And the one thing I want to point out, now that I've got this example in front of me, the one thing I want to point out to everyone over here is that third waves, okay? Or let me first give you guys a blank piece of paper over here. In an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your second wave, okay, and your fourth wave is usually the same length from a correction perspective, the same time, okay? If this correction took 10 days, you would expect the fourth wave correction to also take more or less 10 days, if not longer. Fourth waves tends to be even longer than second waves. And what I'm trying to tell you by showing you this is that as long as the third wave is pumping and it makes a small consolidation, it can continue. It makes a small, those are not fourth waves. Only when price slows down and it starts giving you a consolidation, which is the size of number 2 over here, can you speculate that the third wave is finished and you're going to get one more high and then we go back into a bear market. So taking this back here into the price of ADA, and I do see the same structure on many altcoins. Now that we have a 1, 2, and we are busy with the third wave here to the upside. This third wave, okay, is pumping small consolidation, and it can continue doing this. Okay, and only once you see a consolidation of more or less this magnitude, if the third wave had to stop over here and it starts doing this, then you could say, okay, third wave is done. We're most likely going to make a last fifth wave and then continue back into a bear market. Right. As long as you don't see a consolidation this big, it can just keep on punching to the upside, okay? And yes, it can go to the 2618, it can go to the 3618. Third waves can get very aggressive to the upside. They do like all the 618 targets. 2618, 3618, 4618, they can get very punchy to the upside. The level that I'm giving you over here by $1.2 is a conservative target. Okay, and I want to show you guys here on 𝗬cie. This is why I brought up 𝗬cie over here. Okay, 𝗬cie is a perfect example. If I go here onto the 12-hour time frame, okay, look at Mr. 𝗬cie over here. I bought 𝗬cie there, right? I'm not sure if Andy told you guys. That's where I bought 𝗬cie. Anyways, very happy about my buy over there, right? You have a 1, 2, and it's still busy with a third wave here to the upside. It just passed the 1.618. It's still going. And as long as you get small consolidations, not to this magnitude, you can have small consolidations. Okay, it consolidates, it continues. That's still part of the third wave. It consolidates, it continues. This is all third wave price action. Only when you see this, okay, if it had to stop over here and it does this, then you know, oh crap, okay, we're most likely going to make one more high and then start the bear market to the downside. Okay. So third waves, unfortunately, has no target. They are very bullish. They are very aggressive. They are difficult to get into because of their bullish nature. And you can see that on ADA. I mean, it just looks like one straight candle here to the upside. Okay, they are very aggressive. And they also have the highest amount of volume out of the entire structure. Okay, out of this entire structure, third waves has the most amount of volume. Bam! ADA has the most amount of volume in this move to the upside, which tells me it's a third wave. And I don't think, personally, I don't think it's going to stop here. I don't think ADA is going to stop there. I think ADA is going to go a little bit higher, right? I'm even targeting the 4.618 over here, if not higher. Dominance has not even dropped yet, and ADA is rampaging to the upside. Can you imagine when money starts flowing into the altcoins? right? You're just going to get these green dildos to the upside on every single altcoin, even the shit coins, the coins that has no fundamentals, the crappy coins that you think has died completely, even they are going to start pumping. Okay. Right. So now, okay, I've discussed 88 over here. Let's go into the 10-minute time frame or 15-minute time frame. Let's see if there are any trading opportunities. Okay. Well, the breakout already happened. Okay. So inside of this third wave, it is in your best interest to use the D-line strategy. Okay. And right, guys, if you want to know how to use the D-line strategy, go into my YouTube channel. For those of you, I know there's always new people joining the streams over here. Click on live inside of my YouTube channel. Scroll down until you see Back to the Future. Can you guys see that? Let me zoom in a little bit. Go check out Back to the Future. That is where I use the D-line strategy. Still losing money in trading? Watch this. The D-line strategy, okay, the strategy that I discuss in here is extremely powerful in a third wave. That is where you make the most amount of money, is inside of third waves to the upside, like ADA is in at the moment. Because the beauty about the D-line strategy is just it's breakout after breakout after breakout, and you almost never get stopped out, okay? There was a D-line. There's a nice little bullish pennant, broke out. D-line again, broke out, okay? Sometimes it gives you this weird price action. You just sit on your hands. There's nothing you can do over here. It doesn't give you a clear trading strategy. But now again, ADA, I had the trend set over here. I have my alarm. It broke out. It claimed the high. Now you wait. You wait. Maybe it forms another consolidation. You can track the momentum and apply the D-line strategy so that you don't have to FOMO into the trade. You can still apply good risk management and make insane profits, just riding the momentum to the upside with good risk management. Okay, and this is why I'm watching ETH. Oh, man, it looks so bad. ETH looks like it's not done with its correction. Okay, ETH maybe looks like it still wants to maybe go and claim the liquidity below the lows. But I mean, it is still insanely bullish. It would be nice, now that I look at the structure over here, legends, it would be nice for ETH to at least tap a proper fib level. Okay, which it did. Sorry, guys, I see all my charts here are on the wrong scale. Okay, so I retract that statement. ETH already had its pump here to the upside. Maybe this could be the low, right? It would be nice, and this is what I usually look out for. It would be nice just to get that one more sweep of the lows and you get acceptance back above. You stop out everyone over here and then it rock and rolls back to the upside. Okay, ETH is a little bit of a sleeping sister over here, but I can tell you guys now, once dominance starts falling to the downside, you're going to wish you had an ETH bag, because ETH leads the way for the alt season. Once ETH starts rampaging to the upside, every single altcoin is going to start popping. Okay, and ETH is still, ETH is dead. Does ETH still exist? Who wants to buy ETH? Don't sleep on ETH. If you don't have a spot bag on ETH, okay, right, then I think there's something wrong with your portfolio. No financial advice. Isn't ETH surpassed by Solana? Yeah, I mean, ETH is still the queen of the altcoins, okay? ETH is still the queen of the altcoins. I do have a Solana bag, I have a Rune bag, I have a Render bag, I have many altcoins in my portfolio, but I also have ETH, because I know when ETH starts waking up, okay, you're gonna have you're gonna want to dance with ETH at the party. She's the sexy lady that that you feel is outside of your league. Okay, you're gonna want to have a dance with her. So, right, I am still buying ETH. Oh man, near failure to the ground. XRP still doing a retest. 𝗬cie, just wanted to show you guys how punchy it can get. I think 𝗬cie has the chance to reach $10. I really think 𝗬cie has the potential to go up to $10. Right, we'll just have to see how this plays out. What else? What else? Have you ever looked at MACD divergence? I used to trade with MACDs back in the day. I don't like it. It's not really positively contributed towards my trading strategy. Okay, the only indicator that I use is CVD. That's the only indicator that I use. Oh, and I do spot some bullish CVD against those two pivots, of which the high is the target. Just FYI. This is why I like CVD, because it's a real-time indicator. MACD is a lagging indicator. RSI is a lagging indicator. Moving averages are lagging indicators. So you are making trading decisions based on indicators that uses past price action to determine whether it's a buy or a sell signal. Where CVD is real-time. I can in real-time see what retail is doing and what smart money is doing. Right. Have you ever looked at MACD? Okay. But the lady, buy the lady, lucky winner, no financial advice. XRP target. Well, you guys are going to think that I'm absolutely crazy. I'm going to spend 30 seconds here on XRP and just show you something. I'm not even going to talk to it. I'm just going to show you, guys. What if? Okay. It's a what if scenario over here. What if? Okay. There's my target for XRP. Right, we are now, can you guys see? Okay, let me just put the volume on. Oh, I mean, it's so tiny, it's so tiny. Volume has not even kicked in here yet at the moment, but you can see, okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see that small little, looks like a piece of grass there at the bottom. During this entire consolidation over here, okay, green volume is finally starting to kick in, and guess what? It's inside the third wave. So let's see if this plays out. I'm expecting we've completed a 1. We've already completed the 2, and we are now inside of the third wave. Then you want to see a 4, and you want to see a 5, which then completes the first wave of the bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. Okay, let's see. Let's see. But yes, I'm very bullish on XRP. I do have a spot bag on XRP. I had a spot bag many years ago of XRP. It did nothing. I sold it. I bought Rune, Solana, and Render. Those are the 3 coins that I bought. I don't regret it, because all XRP did was go sideways, where Rune, Solana, and Render just gave me all the gains that I could have dreamt about. And now only recently, okay, with this little week here on the 5th of August, I will never forget, because I went altcoin shopping on the 5th of August. On the 5th of August, I bought XRP. That's where I bought. So I added XRP back into my spot bags. And here, zooming in, you guys can see that the most amount of green volume, guess what, is in the third wave. Okay, so this is still a third wave here to the upside. And like I said, third waves can get very punchy. Okay, so I can go and take a fib extension from the low to the high to the low. You can see exactly, do you guys see where XRP is consolidating? At the 1.618. Fib extensions, they are very powerful. Like literally just stop in its tracks at the 1.618. And if it has a mini consolidation over here and it continues, it can go to the 2.618. It can go to the 3.618. Third waves can really, really explode to the upside. But I mean, it is at the moment at a very common third wave target. So the third wave could stop over here, and then we form a larger fourth wave like we did over here, a larger fourth wave, and then we go and complete 5, okay, at $2.3. So it's just it all just depends on how long this consolidation lasts. If we break out now, like I'm seeing a little breakout here now on XRP, okay? If this breakout is going to continue here to the upside on the 1 hour time frame, if this breakout is going to be real and this is a beautiful higher low, okay, you broke the highs over here, change in market structure, and you continue, you take the high, we must most likely going to the 2.618. Right. We've please, dear world, can we pretty please look at total 3? Yes, I can do that. Can you have a perspective about ILV? Thank you. Yes, okay, I will have a look at ILV. What else is here? Arweave and total 3. Right, let me go and have a look at, first guys, let's do total 3. Okay, on total 3, on the daily time frame, we are approaching a fifth wave target. And I do see that this is creating some concern around the 𝗖𝗍𝘆𝗽 community, okay, where you have formed a 1, 2, third wave is done already. We have now made the fourth wave, retracing to the 0.5, and we are now almost finished with the fifth wave here to the upside. And this is my conservative target. So this is creating a little bit of concern to say that maybe we're going to still pump, and then what? Right? Is it done? ABC? Is it really done? There's a glimmer of good news that I see over here, is to say that, well, this potentially looks to me like a 1-2-1-2, right? Which is great, because now what can happen over here is you get a 3-4-5-4-5, which means that we could still have more upwards momentum because of the structure that I see over here. So because we have a double 1-2, you can have a 4-5-4-5 to the upside. Okay. So maybe, we tapped, the bullish target over here is maybe the 1.618. And then we have a little bit of a cool off, and then we continue here to the upside. So, right, it still has juice in the tank. I think total 3 still has juice in the tank for higher levels. Right, so that is what I see here on total 3. Who else? I think 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, not 𝗬𝗍𝗍, 𝗬𝗍𝗍, is it how you say it? 𝗬𝗍𝗍, AVE USDT. Boy, I have not looked at this coin in ages. I remember this coin from the previous bull cycle. I have not looked at this in ages, okay? I even did analysis on here. Maybe I shorted that level. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. That 1, 2 is too big. Okay, I mean, let's just keep the analysis simple over here. Obvious resistance on the weekly time frame is, there's a nice little resistance box over there. Nice little resistance over there. And then ultimately, I think if you're going to break this resistance, you're going to claim the all-time highs. It has a beautiful wave here to the upside. Let's just do a FIP extension from, let's be conservative. Let's take that low. I mean, let me just make sure that I am on the regular scale, okay? Let me be more conservative, because the lock scale can be very bullish, right? So first point of order, and it's so nice that my resistance boxes lines up with Fibonacci levels. Then you know you've done it right, okay? I do see a potential for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, beautiful 5-wave structure. Correction done. Lowest in, and we are now busy with the third wave here to the upside. 1.618 is still the target, but I mean, it's pumped quite significantly to the upside already. So $238, definitely a profit-taking area, because you're starting to hit resistance. Usually what I do is, okay, from a trading perspective, is when you hit resistance, you can always take some significant profits, maybe take 50% of the profits, because you're most likely going to get a correction. And then you have a trend, and then you buy back in at a better price after you've taken profits over there, because then you can continue to the upside. Usually when you hit resistance, you get a rejection. Okay, it's just one strategy, but $238 to from a conservative perspective. Okay, I'm only giving conservative targets over here. I don't want to be that person that just says every altcoin is going to claim the all-time highs. I want to be conservative over here to guarantee some profits for the legends, right? 278 to 238, I think, is a reasonable target. You're going to hit resistance over here. If you manage to flip this area, so remember what I said about third waves to the upside. If you can smash through here and do a RS flip, then you can go to the 2618, 3618, and perhaps even go and claim the all-time highs. 𝗬𝗍𝗽𝗍, right. I'm not sure if it's a great day trading coin. I have not looked at it from a day trading perspective. Right. I mean, I haven't back tested it yet, but it looks like it does respect some of the trends. Yeah, it looks like it does respect the D-line strategy. So, I mean, that's potentially the breakout that you need to wait for. Also, I want to just take a fib here from the low to the high. You've already tapped the 0.618. Now the question is, was this low made during the right time? Okay. Ooh, beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful, right? Where's my Koki now? You have an impulse to the upside and you have a 1-to-1 correction. 1-to-1. But it's not to say that the correction has to be at the maximum target of the 1-to-1. They can go all the way to the 4. A correction can take longer than the impulse. Okay, you can have a sharp impulse to the upside, and then you can have the slow grind. It makes a low, it goes back up, it makes a low, it goes back up, and then it shoots to the upside. Corrections can go all the way to the 4 fib extension. Most commonly, it will finish inside of this zone over here. Between the 618 and the 2, that's most commonly where the lows get put in and then continuation to the upside. Purely from a time perspective, okay? But you can go and back test it because every single altcoin respects different time levels from a Fibonacci perspective, okay? So you can go and zoom out onto the 1 hour time frame and you can go and see, okay, well, how long did this impulse take and how long did the correction take? How long did this impulse take? How long did the correction take? This impulse, the correction, and then you can go and write down the numbers on the Excel spreadsheet and you'll quickly figure out, okay, this altcoin that I am trading respects these levels better because every altcoin has a different personality. Okay, you need to go and backtest your strategy on your favorite altcoin, especially if you plan to day trade that altcoin and stick to the day trading on that altcoin. Okay, I mean, yeah, I can see from the start of this impulse, for example, to the end of the impulse, okay, look at where the low was made, between the 2 and the 3. So it does look, just quickly looking at Arweave on here, if you're a day trading Arweave, okay, it has short impulses and it has long corrections. And now it could have a long correction again, okay? Short impulse, it could have a long correction and then it continues. So you need to go and study the personality of the altcoin, especially if you're trying to day trade it. From an investment perspective, I've already gone through the daily time frame, so you guys know what to expect over there. Right, Bitcoin still pumping, just made yet again another higher low with bullish CVD. Let's see how it goes. Link on the 5th wave. Link on the 5th wave? No, Link is in the 3rd wave. I think Link can like to be in the 3rd wave. Let me take some of these things out. I know it looks like a complete mess over here, but okay, let's just zoom into this price action. Let me take this fib out the way. Just clean it up a little bit over here. Okay, Link is potentially, okay, 1, 2, and it's starting the 3rd wave here to the upside. Okay, it's only getting started, potentially the 3rd wave here to the upside. This cannot be a 5th wave. Cannot be, okay? Doesn't make sense. It makes more sense to actually fall down, take the lows again, than this being the end of a 5th wave. Doesn't make any sense. Right, but I mean, I just always have to speak about the bearish case scenario as well. I can tell you guys now, if a black swan event happens and Link, for example, falls here to the downside and it taps 6.66 cents, I will sell my house to buy Link because boy, oh boy, is that going to be bullish, right? Because from a bullish perspective here on the log scale, this is where things become really, really interesting. If I take a fib, which I've just deleted from the low to the high, you can see where Link found support. It found support at the 0.618. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your first wave. Then you have a WXY to complete your second wave. And now this looks like the start of something aggressive here to the upside. This looks like it could be building up for a third wave. Okay, 1, 2, 3 to the upside. If from a bearish case perspective, this is a bearish, this is still part of the corrective structure and it comes back down. The reason I am still bullish over here is because you will tap the 0.786. You have the point of control of this entire range that will provide support, okay? Long consolidation area, massive volume node over here. If for some reason we have a black swan event and Link takes the low again, I will be there buying like a crazy person. Yeah, you will see deal. No one is going to want to buy here. I can tell you guys, no one is going to want to buy here. Everyone's going to think that Bitcoin is going to zero if this had to happen. Devil will be buying Link over here for that explosion to the upside. But I think the probabilities for the low to be in is quite high. It looks like this was the low at the 0.618, found support above the value area high. And this could be building up for a third wave to the upside, okay? Where you now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this is my conservative target, $100. People think that I am crazy when I tell them that I'm expecting $100 Link during this cycle. Call me crazy, that this is what the technicals are telling me. Oh, 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽, but the market cap can't go that high. I'm like, I don't care if the market cap can or cannot go that high. I'm just showing you what the technicals are telling me. Okay. And then when price does come here, all I'm going to say is, well, the technical level said $100. As simple and as easy as that. Right, legends. And remember, you can trade ETH and Link and all the coins that I've just shown you with the exchanges that I've got down in the description. And yes, exactly, 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽, exactly. Right? In the description, come and trade with me. Use the links down below. That's where you qualify for the biggest sign-up bonuses. You get that 10% cash back on your Bluffin account when you deposit money into your features account. They've got that World War of the Whales running at the moment, competition that you can partake in. Weeks, really loving this exchange at the moment. One of the exchanges with the lowest fees at the moment, not as low as 𝗞𝗍, okay, but you have to verify yourself on 𝗞𝗍. Depending where on the world you are trading from, this could be a great alternative for you. Okay, and then as always, Bybit is just, it's one of the most trusted exchanges out there, and 𝗞𝗍 with the lowest fees. Right. Legends, what else? Great analysis, spot on. 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽 won't be exact, but will be roughly right. Exactly. With, are you guys barking at me? Spot perspective, how do you start taking profits at 1.618? Ooh, you know what? One of the strategies, okay, that I will follow is looking at what I showed you guys. I'm not sure if everyone here has been following me since the beginning of the live stream. Okay. One of the strategies that I will definitely be keeping an eye on is next year, October. Can you guys see this? Next year, October, round about the end of October. Okay. I think that is a good time to start taking some profits based on this insane data technical analysis that I've shared during the beginning of this, well, not the beginning, like in the middle of the stream. If you have not seen what I've done over here, looking at this, what I've done over here, I think this is a good time to start taking profits on your cryptos based on previous data. What do you guys think? Okay, so if you want to know when to take profits, because remember, most of the altcoin rampage to the upside happens towards the end of the bull cycle. In every single cycle, the craziness, the stupidness where people sell rocks for millions of dollars. Okay, stupid NFTs where they sell toilet pictures of toilets for $200 million happens here towards the end of the bull cycle. We're not there yet. We're almost there. So in this zone, okay, roundabout, I would say let's even make it the beginning of October next year. I will most likely be out of all my trades from a spot perspective. And that decision is made purely by looking at data from the previous 4-year cycles that we've been in. So from a timing perspective, you might be asking yourself, but at which price do I need to take profit? I'm going to say, well, the question should maybe be, what time should you take profits so that you maximize the returns to the upside? Okay. And as always, guys, no financial advice. Bruce from Cartonville, Fetch AI, 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍, let's go. Mr. Fetch AI. Bruce, do you have some Fetch in your bag? Do you have some Fetch, right? I have some Fetch in my spot bag. I do have some Fetch. Right, I mean, let's just go back here onto the regular scale. It has quite a really nice bullish structure here to the upside. I mean, I can clearly count. I mean, I'm not even going to count this wave over here. Let's just count it from a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 WXY to the downside. And now this is the start of something great. This is the start of something, okay? I don't think Fetch has even showed us the momentum that it can achieve here to the upside. If the wave 1 is of this magnitude, I can just imagine what wave 3 is going to do here to the upside. So from a spot bag perspective, like I've shown you guys, dominance is still going up. It hasn't even fallen yet. We are not even in alt season yet. Bitcoin is still receiving all the love, okay? When I look at strong fundamental coins like Fetch, for example, I can't help but wonder. I mean, let's be conservative. Let's take it from this low over here, okay? To the high, to the low. Right. I do think, looking at the structure over here, that Fetch has the potential to come and reach. Let me just make sure that I'm on the regular scale, okay? $5 to $6, right? That's the zone. That's the conservative zone. Let me put it that way. From a timing perspective, if we are not at the end of the cycle, you could go much higher, right? This is the conservative zone. And that is roundabout from where price action is at the moment. You know, that's a 3 to 4x, okay, from here. But as I explained, and I have shown you guys many examples, okay, third waves can get very punchy to the upside, okay, where you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. This third wave, it can really rock and roll to the upside. It can go to the 2,618, it can go to the 3,618, it can go to the 4,618. We don't know. No one knows in the world. If anyone tells you they know exactly where the target is for any coin, they're talking shit. Okay? No one knows. I'm being aggressive about that because I hate it when people say, I know exactly where the target is. Shit, man, you don't know, right? No one knows. That is what makes the market so interesting. No one can predict the market. We trade with good risk management. But I can tell you from a conservative perspective, right, that is your target for a third wave. And we have a perfect example, okay? We really have a perfect example. If I show you 𝗶𝗍, and I know someone asked for 𝗶𝗍 over here, and I like to highlight this during every stream. Look at Mr. 𝗶𝗍 over here. Okay, let me show you guys what a third wave can do. Look at this structure. Let me just get it into the picture. Look at this, okay? From the bottom of 1 to the top of 1 to the bottom of 2. I don't even have enough FIP levels to show you where the third wave went. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just went to complete the fifth wave. It smashed through all the 618 levels. The target that I've now given you on Fetch, for example, that's the target. Look at what an altcoin can do. It just depends on the fundamentals, the momentum behind it, who's interested, the buying power. It went through 2618, 3618, 4618, 5618. I don't even have these FIB levels. It just absolutely went bonkers. And that is a third wave. And where things now become even crazier on 𝗬𝗍 and some of these meme coins, I mean, no one knew that 𝗬𝗍 was going to be such a hot meme coin, is that you've now potentially formed the first wave, 1, 2, and you're now busy with the third wave inside of this structure. Okay, so now I have to zoom out for this, right? Now imagine this. Let me just change the colors over here. Let me make it green to show everyone. Put this as a cycle, okay? So inside of this structure that we now find ourselves in, we could now be busy, okay? Look at this third wave that I've just shown you. It went through all the FIB levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and nogals an extended fifth wave here to the upside. Now imagine 1, 2, and now we are in a macro third wave here to the upside, okay? Where you now take a FIB extension from this low to the high to the low, and 𝗬𝗍 is now not even at the 1.618. It's not even there yet, right? And I don't know if 𝗬𝗍 is going to do the same thing where it absolutely obliterated all the Fibonacci levels, because this third wave over here did this. I mean, it has to have an absolute insane market cap to do that, but I mean, there's your first target. I'm not going to read all the zeros, but 3228 is your conservative target. Right, so I hope that has helped. Congratulations with 3.5 subscribers. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍, seems like you are in an aggressive third wave. Yes, thank you so much, Eric. Thank you so much. Mr. Who else is here? Why Systems on the analysis FED is in 4 wave now, preparing for the last wave. Can you do using day candle again, please? FED. Let's go back here onto fetch. I'm not sure what you mean. Guys, remember, if you'd like to show me a chart, okay, sometimes it's difficult to explain something in words, and it's also sometimes difficult for me to understand it. Down in the description of this video, I have a link here for our Legends community. Go click on that link, sign up, even if it's free, even if it's here to the free community, and then inside the community, you can go and share your chart with me and ask me questions. This is what you see. What do you think, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍? Right? It's a good visual way for me to see what you mean. Okay, so I mean, do I have the Discord open over here? Let me just show everyone for it to start up. Okay, here we go. Let me just do this, throw this in here. Okay, once you've signed up to our free Legends community, right, you will have a chat section, you will have a Bitcoin section, altcoin section, weekly P&Ls, money shots. You know, you can go, oh, yo, Mensa, when stop to day trading and switch to swing trades with partial profits. Oh, man, this guy's absolutely just roping in the profits. Congratulations. I think you, Alex, is it you over here, Alex? Wow, you guys are absolutely legends over here, just roping in the trades. Okay, we give trading setups provided by agent. Right, but you can go here to the Bitcoin section, go post your chart in here and show me what you mean. Okay, that would be great. Go show me what you mean, because often when I read comments, I get a little bit lost. Okay, I don't always know exactly what you mean. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, I see what you mean. You mean here on the smaller time frames. Yes, I mean, this could be, okay, this could very well be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, W, X, Y, and it's now starting to form the third wave here to the upside, right? So whatever price action you see over here could potentially still be part of the fourth wave. And when you start climbing out here and you start taking these highs, you're most likely going into the third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, maybe an ABC, and then you continue momentum to the upside. But yes, on the smaller time frames, I see what you mean. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 1, right? You've completed the cycle 2, the cycle 1, for the lack of a better word. This is now potentially the first wave inside of the third wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it can be 1, 2, 3. That third wave can rock and roll to the upside. It doesn't have to be a small little wave. Okay, cool. What else? Back to the Future 2. When? Yes, I need to do Back to the Future, right? I need to do Back to the Future. Cool, legends. Remember, if you'd like to come and trade with me, the links that I use for the exchanges is down in the description. Okay, this is where you get the biggest sign-up bonuses, the lowest trading fees by using these links. Okay, so it benefits you. You also support the channel by doing it. It doesn't cost you anything extra. And go and use the links down in the description to come and trade if you don't have a proper exchange to do your trading on just as yet. Right, legends, I have unfortunately run out of time. I know that there's still a lot of requests over here, but that's unfortunately all I have time for. I do see Kadosh, 𝗬𝗍. I'm very bullish on 𝗬𝗍, and I have a big spot bag of 𝗬𝗍. I'm very bullish. It has not run yet, so I'm still buying up the dips on 𝗬𝗍. Okay, cool, guys. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for the support. Thanks for dialing in. Hope you guys enjoyed the alpha over here, especially what I've shared here from the cycle perspective. This is an absolute golden nugget that I've shared with you guys over here. Okay. And if you're watching this stream today, it means that you are still early, because when we trade over here next year, round about September, October, I'm going to say in my live stream, do you guys remember during over here when I think I need to put a line in here. Fuck it. I need to put a line. Okay. I'm going to put a line where we are now. And I'm going to call this line yeah. And I'm going to make it blue. Okay. So it stands out, right? And then when we trade over here, and there are thousands of people on my live stream, okay, everyone wanting to see their favorite altcoin. Even your parrot is watching my live stream because he wants to buy his favorite altcoin when we are over here. I'm going to tell you guys, do you remember this? Right? This is where we bought. We are now taking profits. Right. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Have yourselves a super evening, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers for now.